friends, 21st of August 2024. Today I am using the Black Violet Tarot, and let's have a look and see how can we make this day awesome. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Where do we need to be focusing our energy and our attention on this glorious Wednesday? Right, cards are shuffled. Let's grab a card. We have got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is the card of feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Like, it's the card of feeling like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can manage. I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I'm going to complete. It's that card of feeling like, oh, I just don't know. And sometimes when we feel this way, we become, the word that I'm hearing is despondent. We become a little bit despondent. We become a little bit irritated. We become a little bit like, I'm just going to throw in the towel. I'm just going to give up. But the Nine of Wands is the card that tells us that this is not the time to be throwing in the towel or giving up, because you are so close to achieving whatever it is that you've set out to. So it's almost like running a marathon and getting, within 1 kilometer of the finish and deciding, all right, that's it. I don't think I can, therefore I'm not going to. When actually, with a little bit of determination, a little bit of perseverance, and a little bit of everything, you can actually cross that finish line. So the Nine of Wands is the first card that says that maybe we're feeling like maybe this week has been just really tough. Maybe you've just really struggled this week, and maybe you're feeling like, you don't know whether it's worth it. You don't know whether you're actually going to succeed, whether you're going to achieve whatever you need to achieve, and that maybe you should just give up and try again next week. Maybe it's that feeling that you have. But let's get another card. So I've got bad shuffles, but how pretty are these cards to shuffle? This purple is just gorgeous. And we're taking that one over there. What do we have? Oh, we've got the Death card. Everybody's dreaded Death card. But I get excited when the Death card comes through. I really and truly do, because the Death card does not mean death. The Death card is the card of change and transformation. It's telling you that it's time to acknowledge what is and what isn't working for you in your life, and it's time to make some changes, time to make some adjustments. To describe the Death card, it's like if I'm not going to use the old and tired analogy of the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It is death, okay? The caterpillar ceases to exist, the butterfly starts to exist. But the caterpillar needed to die in order for the butterfly to transform. But let's put it into human terms. Think of a child, a scholar, who is going through school. When they get to their last year of school, the last year of high school, they are, up until that point, they are labeled and identified as a scholar. Now that they've completed school and they want to get a job and they want to start working and they want to start doing all the things that they want to do, they're no longer considered a scholar. So their life as a scholar needs to cease to exist in order for them to take on the new identity, to take on their new responsibilities, their new passions, desires, etc., and move forward in that direction. So that's what the Death card is. It's about recognizing an identity that you have, a label that you have that no longer serves you, and letting it go so that you can take on, adopt, or become the next thing that you need to become. Is that transition easy? Probably not. It's a little bit scary, it's a little bit daunting, it's a little bit overwhelming, it's a little bit all of those things, which is why, let me hold the cards in the right way, which is why we've got the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is saying that there is something in your life at the moment which is weighing heavy on you. There is something in your life at the moment which isn't feeding your soul, which is leaving you feeling a little bit disconnected, leaving you feeling a little bit not great. And we need to recognize what it is. We need to recognize that we don't have to carry this burden. We don't need to try and pretend and force ourselves into being this person that we're not. We don't need to do that anymore. What we need to do is we need to recognize the change, the transformation that we are undergoing at the moment, that we need to shift through. And you need to embrace that. When you try and hold on to who you used to be, that's when it becomes overwhelming. That's when it becomes challenging. That's when it becomes almost impossible. Because sometimes we have to realize we're not that person anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to not be that person anymore. It's okay to change. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to become the next version of yourself. If you are an avid reader, if you read storybooks, or any book for that matter, actually. Sorry, as I was saying that, I'm hearing this conversation made of like, no, any book. When you read a chapter, that chapter needs to die in order for the new chapter to start. We might not want it to. We might be so engrossed in that chapter that we don't want it to end. But they do. Everything does have an end at some point. And is that end always terrible? No. Because all it does is lead you to the next adventure, to the next chapter. When one book finishes, you go into the next. And if you're someone like me who likes to read a series of books where the story carries on for quite some time, when the one book ends, I get excited. Let's put it down and grab the next one, because now I want to know what happens next. So we've got to understand that death is not bad. Death is not terrible. And we need to recognize what is weighing heavy on us, what is burdening us, what is weighing us down, so that we can evolve and shift through that. Friends, I wish you just the most amazing Wednesday. Take care of yourselves, and until we connect tomorrow, all the best.